on the line, and the road to the finals brackets are finally locked in. Are you hyped for the tournament? Tune in now. Today on 2K TV postseason, we have a 2K TV interactive special with tons of VC on the line, and the road to the finals brackets are finally locked in. Are you hyped for the tournament? Tune in now. Today on 2K TV postseason, we have a 2K TV interactive special with tons of VC on the line, and the road to the finals brackets are finally locked in. Are you hyped for the tournament? Tune in now. Today on 2K TV postseason, we have a 2K TV interactive special with tons of VC on the line, and the road to the finals brackets are finally locked in. Are you hyped for the tournament? Tune in now. Today on 2K TV postseason, we have a 2K TV interactive special with tons of VC on the line, and the road to the finals brackets are finally locked in. Are you hyped for the tournament? Tune in now. We have a 2K TV interactive special with tons of VC on the line, and the road to the finals brackets are finally locked in. Are you hyped for the tournament? Tune in now. Today on 2K TV postseason, we have a 2K TV interactive special with tons of VC on the line, and the road to the finals brackets are finally locked in. Are you hyped for the tournament? Tune in now. Today on 2K TV postseason, we have a 2K TV interactive special with tons of VC on the line, and the road to the finals brackets.
Nice work, everyone. Winning is not a sometimes thing. It's an all the time thing, all right?
Now, Muggs.
All right, guys, bring it in. We're going to shift to some late game situational drills now. We need to do a better job of closing teams out late.
TV postseason.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they play against the Houston Rockets. Looking at Houston, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And as we take a few moments here, Shaq, the term basketball IQ is constantly thrown around these days. What exactly is meant by that? Because I don't have it.
Ernie, I have no
IQ.
idea. You know, you can be smarter than me if you want to. You can be a Rhodes Scholar, but you know what I will do to you. Doesn't necessarily mean you make good decisions on the basketball court. Basketball IQ, that term is overrated.
Maybe Kenny has an answer to this one.
Well, I think most people, when they first hear about it, they're talking about seeing the floor, having the ability to operate in the flow of the game and understand the time and score relationship. That's what a basketball IQ is. Like not taking a three-point shot with 24 seconds on the shot clock when you're up 9.
Not fouling a jump shoot.
Yeah, that's basketball IQ.
Okay, thank you. Kevin Harlan has a very high basketball IQ. Shaq has it too.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He just doesn't like it.
I went to BYB, Bust Your Butt University.
Freak was good. You look distracted, man. Everything okay?
Yeah, just got a few things going on off the court.
Yeah, I heard. Word gets around.
I'll be ready.
Hey, even though we're about to teach you guys a lesson, I'm here if you need it, man.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. And we'll be the ones teaching the lesson tonight, so I hope you're ready.
In your dreams, Freak.
This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from Houston, Texas, as the Rockets take it to the hardwood. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. And, of course, Ben McLemore. Even without him over the short term. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. From the stripe. The shot no good.
And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the boards for them.
Yeah, +5. As you mentioned, that didn't take very long, did it?
Here is Brewer. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Fires for 3. Houston gets it back. Kicks to Powell. And some nice passing there by Houston. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. And a look at the 2K leaderboard now with the list of centers and power forwards who have been in a great rhythm at the free throw line over the last 10 games. Well, you look at Humphries, one of the league's best, 3rd in free throw percentage.
Now, that is a very confident group of players at the free throw line. We haven't seen them struggle there as some of their brothers in the big man fraternity have.
Well, you know, I want to be careful about making a blanket statement here. There are a lot of big guys who are really steady at the line. And this group proves that size is not a hindrance when it comes to free throw prowess.
Freak kicks to Ross. The pass to Valentine. To the middle. Here's Freak. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Over the last month, let's see how the Toronto Raptors fared in the NBA rankings. 10th in rebounding, 10th in field goal percentage. And they haven't concerned themselves too much with running the fast break. I mean, they're still in the top half of the league when it comes to scoring in transition, but that's not their focal point.
And they've been strong in the rebounding department, up in the top 10, and it's just not one guy. Really, it's been about the entire group collectively.
The Rockets making a switch here. Moore's checked in. Rockets trail. 1:36 left here in the first quarter. Capella, the pass to Brewer. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Brewer's got his first points of the night.
My goodness, since when does he score off the crossover? Now I've truly seen it all.
Here's Freak. Powell pulls it in. For the Raptors, they come in off the wash to Brook.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me, more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Clark dishes to Moore. Another miss by Houston.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Here's Clark. 8 points his last outing. On the wing, Brewer. Pass to Powell. He kicks it to Brewer. The dish now to Powell. Just 5 to shoot. Brewer's shot is off. Now here's Freak. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Raptors out in front. They lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the... Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start this on the floor. Rockets leading by 6. So the Raptors 5 right now. Freak in at shooting guard. Chris Humphries is out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Valentine in at the 4 slot.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
It's Freak, top of the key. To the wing on the left. Back to Humphries. Here's Brewer. Tries again. It's blocked. Dishes to Freak. Pass to Ross. Here's Hobbs. From outside, off the mark. Houston's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. We've got 1:23 left in the first half of the game. Clark kicks to Moore. Connects from three-point range. Moore's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Picked by Humphries.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Here's Hobbs. He feeds it to Humphries. Just 4 to shoot. From the line, it's Clark with the rebound. For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against Dallas.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
And that one's good.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Rockets leading by 9. Moore passes to Clark. Here's Brewer. No good on the 3. Feeds to Ross. Takes a 3. No luck. And so we conclude the first half. Rockets lead by 9. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Coach Casey, obviously you'll be starting the second half with your work cut out for you. What do you need to see change to start climbing back into this game?
Well, the thing about it is we got to have some want-to, some defensive toughness, some grit. We're not playing with that. I saw none of that in our first few minutes of the game. I've got to see some focus and some fire.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Okay, listen up. There's some things we can do to quiet this crowd down. Now let's go over that first half. It's been a good effort all around on the offensive boards. The second chance opportunities will be there for us if you guys continue to hit the glass hard at that end of the floor. One thing that's helped us, we've had some nice blocks. That's been a real momentum changer. It's important to keep up that intensity. And when we get the ball, we can look to start the break if it's there for us. But I don't want to push it just because we have some ground to make up. It's been a struggle so far, a whole second half to turn it around. Now get out there and compete.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Ronnie Eunice really making a difference. So for the Rockets, Capella's checked in, and it's Powell in for Monte Eunice. Houston leading by 5. Powell is out there with Harden. Then there's Etuan Moore, and it's Capella in at the 5 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Harden's shot is good.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Houston's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. He dishes it to Capella. Moore outside. Shot off the pick. Connects. The jumper drops. And now a 9-point Rocket lead.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Houston on top. They lead by 9. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. For the Rockets, Howard's checked in for Powell, and it's Brewer in for Ejuan Moore. And then for Toronto, Green comes in for Terrence Ross, and Freak subbed in for Corey Joseph. So for Toronto right now, Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Green is out there with Humphries, and it's Valentine in at the 3. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harden with it. Power dishes to Harden. Green with the rebound.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead. So Houston wins it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, and they got pushed down the stretch, but they did what they needed to do and held their ground when it mattered most and got the W.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden. Shaq, what'd you think?
I thought this performance he needed to deliver, Ernie. He needed this game. Look at how he's been playing recently, and this was huge for him to come out and have a great night. You can really tell a lot about a player, how they break out of a slump. He responded exactly the way he needed to.
That was the James Harden we've come to know and love. A player that brings nothing but fear to players that have to guard him. I've said this for a while now. He's the best one-on-one player in the NBA. And even if it's not a one-on-one situation, even if you throw the kitchen sink at him, he still gets the job done. It's the confidence, the drive, and the spirit that makes James Harden a superstar.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
TV interactive special with tons of VC on the line, and the Road to the Finals brackets are finally live. 2K TV postseason. 2K TV interactive special with tons of VC on the line, and the road to the finals brackets are finally locked in. Are you hyped for the tournament? Tune in now. Stay on 2K TV. We have a 2K TV interactive special with tons of VC on the line, and the road to the finals brackets are finally locked in. Are you hyped for the tournament? Tune in now.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Kings in Sacramento. Well, for Sacramento, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. And while we have a moment here, another discussion topic. Shaq, you are one of the most physical players the league has ever seen. Who would you say right now are the league's most physical players?
Sorry to correct you, Ernie. Not one of the most. But anyway, Ernie, to answer
you're
your
not
question,
sorry to correct me. You take great pleasure in correcting.
And one of the most humblest.
Elbow sandwich, that's right. So let me go, Ernie. Let's see. Point guards, how about Russell Westbrook?
Mm-hmm.
Shooting guards, I'm going to go with maybe D. Wade or Lance Stevenson.
Okay.
And at the small forward,
That's easy.
I got to go with the greatest of the game, LeBron King James.
Well, since he took the smaller guys, which is unique, I'm going to take the power forwards. Blake Griffin. And you know what?
He's one of the league's most physical players?
Yeah, Blake Griffin. Yeah, he's physical. He just gets thrown around a lot sometimes, but
well, he's not physical then. Crazy.
No, but he throws it around too,
man.
Oh,
does not.
He throws it around.
Does not.
Yes, he does. He and Zach Randolph.
D-U-Z-N-O-T.
Yeah, I like
does
Zach.
not.
Yes, he does. And Dwight Howard is physical. And my man Nikola
Pekovic.
Yes, is one of the toughest bigs I've seen around.
And what's Dwight Howard's name? You can say it.
Dwight Howard.
No, say it.
Super Dwight Howard.
Say it with some energy. One
Come
time.
on, give us a Superman.
Superman is in the building.
There he goes.
Oh,
There he goes.
Now you ticked off the big fella. That's it for now. Talk to you later.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live from the capital city of California, Sacramento. Looking at Toronto, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
And it wasn't just about the bad shooting. It was really more so about the bad offense. They just didn't execute well. The screens weren't there. The spacing was poor, and thusly the defeat.
Well, you've laid out a couple of the details that lead to good offense, or bad if you don't execute them shooting.
So for the Kings, they come in off the loss to the Clippers.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. From 11 feet away, rebound by the Raptors. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year.
Yeah, and they took both games they played against this club last season.
Yeah, Greg, I like this matchup for them. Not a cakewalk. It's not going to be easy, but they clearly have the advantage.
There's the dish to Williams. Pass to Townsend. They set the pick. From beyond the arc. And it's Humphries with the rebound. Ross passes to Freak. And McCallum kicks to Humphries. Collison against Ross. Feeds it to McCallum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Passes it to Freak from the arc. No good. Williams with the defensive effort. The Kings trailing. Townsend the pass to Collison. There's the feed to Cousins. hits the jump hook.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's McCallum. He's covered by Collison. Ross against Williams. Here's Strickland. It's good from long range. 8 points for him. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2 for 1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
There's the pick. Townsend, the pass to Collison. And stolen by Freak. Now the Raptors moving it up. Here's McCallum. Rebound by the Kings. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Cauley-Stein. He dishes it to Williams. Collison kicks to Cousins. No problems knocking that one down. Cousins has got 6 points. 5 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's McCallum. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. It's all tied in Sacramento. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And a chance to hear from former number 2 overall pick Derek Williams about his focus offensively.
Just getting to the basket more, being able to finish with the defender in front of me. I think getting to the line a lot more as well. I think, getting to the line and finishing at the basket.
2 huge improvements for him. Ray, can he do more?
Definitely. He's already taken a big leap forward, and there's plenty more room for him to grow. He could become...
Cousins is checked in for Koufos. Cauley-Stein comes in for Amir Johnson. And it's Williams in for Darren Collison. Cauley-Stein is out there with Williams. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Townsend in at the 1 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And here's Gay outside. No good. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. McCallum dishes to Freak. Here's Ross. No good. That would have tied it.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Wolves made a big difference. He finished with 8 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. We could see his role in this offense expand if he puts together more games like this one, guys.
All right, Doris. Well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game?
Guys, it's tricky, because when you work as hard as he did in that game, you tend to be a little worn down. But on the other hand, he also has to be feeling terrific in terms of the confidence about the state of his game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I'd say mentally he's in peak condition, while physically he could probably use a recharge.
That misses, had a chance to tie it there. Kings have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. Gay passes to Williams. Off target from outside. Toronto, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. At the elbow, it's Freak. Dishes it to McCallum. The pass to Freak. Clock at 6. And stolen by Gay.
No need to rush here. They can play for one shot.
Yeah, and I think the way you do it, you're patient as you indicated, and wait until about the 5-second mark before you get into your play.
Kicks to Cousins. It'll count. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And now that we've gotten a chance to see it in slow-mo, I think the ruling has to be that he did not beat the buzzer with that shot.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the replay center in Secaucus is giving us the perfect angle, and he wasn't quick enough on his release, it would appear. That extra little split second made the difference.
And they've seen enough. The basket will not count. The quarter has come to an end before the shot.
Still important to have a second look at it, Kevin. I mean, the technology's available, so you might as well use it.
Absolutely. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. It's Sacramento leading by just 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. The first thing is that we've done nice work immediately attacking whenever they forced a turnover. That approach has to stay the same in half number 2 because the points are never going to come any simpler than that. Our offense in the paint was a positive. Our entry passes were sharp and you showed off some excellent post moves. Really nice footwork down there. The pace of the game, just to bring that up real quick, isn't a huge concern because I think we're suited to play at any speed. But somewhere in the middle of the tempo spectrum would probably be ideal. We expected this to be a battle, and it has been. From here on out, it's a battle we're going to win. Get a hand in, fellas.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. Rudy Gay having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first.
It's a completely new group for Toronto. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. So the Raptors 5 right now. Freak in at shooting guard. He's out there with Ray McCallum. Terrence Ross is out there with Humphries. And it's Valentine in at the 4. And it's Freak missing.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And that one's good by Gay.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Shoots a 3. And it's Freak missing.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Here's Cauley Stein, and count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Guys, he's active.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They've got Collison. Cauley Stein is out there with Johnson. Then there's Rudy Gay, and it's Townsend in at the shooting guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Misses the wing J.
Move it.
They can score it here, but it won't mean much.
No, not at all. Not a real chance of getting back in it at this point.
Greg, you think it's over?
Kevin, turn out the lights. This party's over.
It's a done deal. Forget about it.
It might be.
Shooting one.
Teams in the penalty.
The free throw off from Humphries. Now Collison. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Penalty situation. Shooting for Sacramento, Darren Collison.
And the first one drops. Good on both.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubt that they'd come out on top.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Gentlemen, I'm here with Darren Collison. And Darren, what does it show about your team that you can come right back after a tough loss and get the win like you did here tonight?
It shows that we're resilient. You know, if you want to get to where you want to go, you know, these are the games we got to be able to win. If we lose one, you know, we just can't hang our head. We got to come back, you know, and try to get the next one. You know, that's going to be all year long, throughout the whole season.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gay. He came out hot in the second half, making his first 5 shots, really adding to the confidence of his performance tonight. What are your thoughts, Kenny, on his game tonight?
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
As slashers go, Ernie, Rudy Gay is up there with the very best. He's got freakish physical ability. You talk about a guy who plays above the rim. Rudy can soar like a ha-ha.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.